Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. It's underscore Gintu. Back again to the root of today, and here we are. It's one-on-one live, and we want to make sure that everything is coming to you live for the people who are just waiting for this session, as we are here already and to the spot to make sure that everyone is receiving the much of the greetings from wherever you are, whether you are coming from Australia, London, all the continents, from Africa, talk about Europe, talk about South America, North America, talk about Asian people, and also not forgetting the Antarctica people, wherever you are. So keep it tuned, keep it locked, because everything is coming to you live and it's one-on-one. Here we are, guys. It's a little bit of a morning that we have just woke up in the morning, and we were mourning too, because one of my clientele, talk about the vulnerable who I always help, she has passed on, and the only thing that I can just reveal is rest in peace, Mama Karina. She has just gone forever. And there's a yesterday time I went to the hospital there to check on her, and I just decided that I can carry on a bumper and a huge awesome amount of the fruits, so as I can just take them to the hospital, which was the level 4. And I saw and I spoke much of the things there, and I was there with her, and due to unconditional circumstances, God has picked her, and rest in peace wherever you are. And this is a morning time a little bit, but we have to continue the other processes as we have to make sure that everything is so good. So that's a breaking news of one of my vulnerable has already passed away. God grant her peace and eternal life. Exactly. So guys, today I have much of the things. Today there's no roasting because of such kind of the scenarios, and I've just lost one of my best friends that I always go there, dance a little bit. There's a time I was dancing with them, so whenever I recall, it recalls me to a certain level that I can just recall that I was dancing with such kind of a person, and miscellaneously she has got a stroke, and a stroke has led to unconditional circumstances. And this unconditional circumstances, it's just being carried from the ancestral way, which is whenever she was being married, and the husband, it's right now the government of Kenya has been so straightforward to the people, has been so straightforward for the female, and they have got much of their rights and freedom to express themselves. In some 19th and 20th century, a woman cannot speak in front of a man. So this is something that we can just talk about. Development has already taken shape. But due to how it was, there's people who have scars of their husbands, even if the husbands have ever died, but they have scars that they can just retaliate and say that my husband ever did such kind of the thing, I'll never forget about it. Not only the aged people, look at the people of 60s and above. Any woman who is above 45 right now, he knows the brutality I'm talking about. Because previously, like the Korean people, here we are, they used to hit their wives. They used, even right now, it's still persisting. There are some of the communities which are marginalized, where even development has not reached. Those people are being hit, specifically a woman. She's a person who is being hit like a cherry drum. And it has ever been pursuing, and right now the government has brought the right, and even whenever the government can just get, or a woman has gone to report you in a police will come for you like something else. So we can just say that the government has changed that rule, and right now any kind of a thing that a woman can do, even a man can do, and even what a man can do, a woman can do it better. And that is the best thing we can just talk about. But Mama Karina, she has much of the things and resilience that she can ever be talking about, because she was being hit like a cherry drum during the time she had the husband, and the husband died some several years ago. And whenever she was ever complaining about the head, I think that people are talking about, she was being hit with the husband and to the head, and that head is the one that is always bringing such kind of the chaos. Even she ever talked to the people that this headache gonna be the one that's gonna be killing me. So today, just say that rest in peace, Mama Karina, wherever you are, and this is the start. Guys, much of the things I've ever been doing, and yesterday night I was just chilling a little bit onto my house, as compliment, making sure that things are gonna be coming one-on-one live, and I was just writing some 2-3 notes here, and I received a call. And the call was so meticulous, and it was a one-on-one live with Mr. Cecil. Guys, I'm going to give you this kind of a report because he called me and he told me, Gintu, don't roast me, please. I'm begging you, please, don't talk about something which is not unconditional to me. And I said that your point is taken inconsideratively. And the communication, but I told Mr. Cecil, this kind of the communication we are going to talk, it's going to be so selective and it's going to be so adding to the community. And we started the conversation. How are you, Mr. Cecil? He said, but he was the one who called me. Then whenever I got the phone, he said, hello, gentleman. Yeah, man, I got you, man. What's up? How is in Nyaboanse there? I said, oh, who am I talking to? He's talked about, no, Mr.Cecil, man. Yeah, then I added up, Trent Town Boy. I said that, okay, how are you? I talked about, yeah, man, guys, there's a time I brought that kind of platform and talking about Mr. Cecil has talked bad about our tribe. And yesterday he talked and he just called me to make sure that we are just engaging in a communication. But the real fact is one, I said about the communication, I'm not the one to talk about it because much of the Korean people who are just living here, they have got already the points. So they have got what you talked about, what you insulted them about. And whatever you talked about, I'm not the one to go and rub it from you. Just make a video and rub it from your own channel. And make sure that you said that, you know what, man, I just recognize you as the biggest thing. And this was the real point that I'm always talking about. Whenever the Trentown boy was saying to me that I am the real G, about I can do and I can just incite people and make sure that people can get the real concept of the village, it means that people got the real concept about me. And the real fact is one, Kenge is the one who is now alliterating and making things not to work smooth, and is the one who is engaging in some of unconditional circumstances that we can just talk about. People are talking about, you know what, this kind of the people are bad, this kind of the people. But the Trenchtown boy talked to me yesterday one-on-one, and he said one-on-one live, gentlemen, I'm just pleading to you. And you know, things went a little bit unconditional. And I told people, the first day I was called with Gake from his phone and asked me, Gintu, how are you? I said, I'm fine. How are you, Masubo? Because we were calling him Masubo. How are you, Masubo? He said, Gintu, there's a person who wants to talk to you. And he gave to the Trenchtown boy. He just talked. Yeah, man, how are you, Gintu, man? Yeah, man, I am very proud you're talking to me, man. And I really, really like you, man. So I want to have a meeting, me and you. At what time do you think? I said around 4, I'll be around 10 a.m. I'll be around and I'll be ready to make sure that I'm meeting you. And he said, okay, I'm pleased with how you have just, I thought it will never work, man. I thought it will never work. Even it was about, even I had him just, like whenever you are in a like registrature room, you know, whenever you are in registrature room, you always, whenever a point is picked out, you don't clap. You always hit the legs down. Exactly. I talked about, he was hitting, even he said, yeah, man. So whenever a person, even if you're talking to a person, then he promise you that I'm going to support you in something, you say, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Wagwan. So the real fact, I had that kind of a sound from him. And he said that, okay, let me arrange myself. Let me wake up and arrange myself. We're going to be meeting. So you just tell me where you want us to meet, because I don't want to propose something that you know. And be free to talk to me. Anything that you need. Don't be intimidated. I'm here to make sure that everything's good. And I say this kind of a person has a thought to me, has a good thought and has a development to me then. So I said, okay, prepare yourself, then I'll give you the destination that we are going, or the venue where it's going to happen. Then he said to me, okay, I will call you soon. I was doing some all preparations here at home. Then a little bit whenever it reached at 10 a.m., again they rang my phone. Ding, 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 ding. I picked. Hey, say hello. Okay, Gintu, where have you analyzed yourself that the venue gonna be happening? I talked about, okay, we're gonna be going to Joffa Hotel. Exactly. Okay, where are we? We are now taking, or we are now kicking off from the villa. Where are we going to meet? I said, okay, come, I'll just show you. So whenever they came to Nyabuhanse, they asked me, we are in Nyabuhanse. Where are you? I said, come slowly to my junction. Then Gake knows my junction to my home, and Kibe was the one who was driving. And whenever now they saw me around the carabash, they just stopped the vehicle, and the Trench Town boy rushed from the vehicle like a safari rally. He just jumped there, boom. And he came to me and told me, you know what? Yeah, man, this gonna be a history, man. He just inserted me into his stomach. And I was just like now a curve inside the stomach of a person. And I was about, okay, how gonna be everything? Yeah, man, this gonna be a history. Yeah, Gake, man, take my phone. Just get us a very good photo. And today gonna be making sure that Gintu is going, and this gonna be a Bob Marley, because he was saying that there's a time Bob Marley changed India into a better place, and he was saying that he was be the Bob Marley of now from Jamaica, to come and make sure that he's gonna be making a very big change of Gintu and Kenge to combine. And it was a very big history. And he said this is gonna be to the newspapers, and every newspaper will get such kind of a hint. And he said that I don't imagine Gintu can come to me. And that's the same way I always talk. The person who has a problem is Kenge, not Gintu. And whenever I say that those are the people who have a problem, I accept any person who comes. Not that I have that grudge of talking about, I don't want to see you, you are fired, you are a run of water, you are miscellaneous, you are heterozygous, you are unconditional, you are pogrom, you are an imbroglio, you are a perpendicular per unit time, you are irresonant, ultra rare, controversial, everything. Doesn't work that way. But the real fact about me, I said, I gonna accommodate you whenever you want. I gonna meet with you, any kind of a person. Because I meet with Majukuno, I meet with Ankomo, I meet with Gake, I meet with Nasto, I meet with I talk about CJ. I meet with Burundian Traveler. Now go with Jay. Talk about all the YouTubers that we meet. But the only infectious thing was a camera. You cannot raise up a camera. I always walk with Maja, always here. He is always available. But the real concept is one. We don't understand each other. We don't understand that we are the people who are living here. Maybe 2-3 years coming, we are the people who will be formulating Nyabuhanse to come together. But now, we are now looked as a plate that doesn't have even ugali. Kenge looked as people in the village here like a plain plate. The way the corn mom, she's always going to check the plain plate if they have some skimming on it, if a person ate. That's the fact. So the real fact now comes. Whenever he now inserted me onto his stomach like a calf, like a kangaroo, I was about, am I now a penguin? This is gonna be happening how this way? So he just greeted me, he shook me like a vibrator, he talked to me, yeah man, I like what you have just, yeah man, you have Louis Alon, that kind of a shirt I was wearing, and he was talking to me, you know what man, yeah. Now you can just wear a very beautiful and a very expensive watch, because you have a shirt called Louise, it was called Louise, not the father-in-law to the Kenge, no, it was Louise Alon what something there. So that kind of a shirt, it's for the rich people. So he was, whenever he saw me, talked about, yeah man, you are wearing the Louis, man, the Louis wears, man, yeah, you are the rich person here. Now where are you taking us so as you can just drink and 2-3 things here? And he said, oh, no problem, where do you want me to get you now? So we talked about, okay, yeah, no, Gake man, get me a photo. Even I'm telling you guys, even the photo, the same photo, I just photoalized me, Mr. Cecil, Gake, and also we had a selfie of both of us for. But no one can ever check that video. No one can check that photo because it was declined, and it declined for good. And the real fact now comes, who invited who? And it was a small synopsis on what happened. Now, whenever he called me, he told me, Gintu, I want you to do one thing. I know I wronged about saying something I never added, but I was told a small story with the Gunmo. Now, I ever came to a conclusion that we have some of the people who are inside here, who are just leaking fake information, who are leaking things so as they can just make their own friendship. That's why I'm always talking about, can you go straight to the point? A person coming and talking to Mr. Cecil that he was told the story with the Gunmo. Gunmo. Why is Gunmo always talking about, oh, this is the kind of the tribe, oh, this kind of the tribe is this way? I don't know where. Do you know that Gunmo is not even for this area? And he's always talking about, you know what, this kind of the area is this way, this kind of the area is this way, because he is always laughing onto the video, always laughing. Now he's always talking about, you know what, yeah, guys, always is like, have you ever seen a dog has ever run for several kilometers, miles, and whenever it comes to rest, so that's how they always been. And that whenever they're just storytelling, for them to have that kind of a nature talk, they're always talking nonsense. And now I added up, talking about, okay, the Trench Town boy was being misled with somebody. And they talked to me, hey, Gintu, I want me to apologize to you and make sure that you are going to make sure I'm not the one. If you want an apology, you have to go direct to the point. And I asked this kind of a question, and it was one of the best questions I could ask. I asked the Trench Town boy, why did you lie that me meeting with you, I was the one who planned it? Why did you lie it? He said, no, man, feel free. You ask anything. No one can ever intimidate you, man. I just recognize you, man. That's why I have called my own. And I said, yes, you have done a very good job. You have called me and I have received your call. Exactly. So, but the answer is, who called who? Himself said, I am the one who called you to have a conversation. Then I asked, you said at the hotel that I asked my boss to give me a chance so as I can go out of the villa and meet somebody. So did you tell your boss whom you are going to meet? He said, yes. I told him that I'm coming to meet somebody, but I never told him who is actually. So I asked, whom did he want you to go and meet? He said, Kenge wanted me to meet CJ, which is a Cloud Joseph. He wanted me to meet Pablo. He wanted me to meet this kind of the Nyabuhanse podcast. And who else? No, they were the only people who I was told to select on who to meet and to be given the real verdict point. And I answered, okay, what about the three amigos? He said he had a plan of meeting Mogesi, but he was told that they are now talking bad about him, so he had to select me because I ever talked good about the road that it was being formulated and being graded at the Kenge's position and passing through every homestead where it could be a very good in terms of health-wise and also development of people passing and also easing the transporter of legs and also the motors. So everything was so fantastic. So I asked, whenever now you came to meet me, didn't you know that Kenge is going to blame you? Or how did you act upon it? He said that he has spoken to him. He told him, don't feel bad because I have spoken to somebody and I'm going to speak to somebody so as we can just make a conversation. But his thought was one. He told me he wanted to be like Bob Marley. Bob Marley is the one who made sure that India is coming together. So he wanted to make sure that Gintu and Marwa, they are now becoming very big friends. And he wanted to make sure that he's the mediator alongside the way. And I said, yes, you are doing a better work, but at the wrong position, at the wrong time, because Kenge can only listen when he is at the field. If he's not at the field here, is only making sure that he's rubbing and also chasing people with the platform. Didn't you know that he's always, and ask this kind of a question. I never forgot it. I asked him, what made Gake to get out of the villa? Who made it? He said, man, I am so sorry. You know, I never knew that Gake will be coming to this kind of a platform and be out of the villa. I never knew. You know, that boy was ever helping me in terms of video, in terms of uploading, fixing the computer, teaching me 2-3 things, how to go live. He was taking me camera, and I was to pay him. I had promised him, and he had told me that he's lacking a laptop. I promised that I'm going to be having him a laptop. And I asked another question. So what cost him to get out? Is it you or who? Because the firing, it was there. He said, even him, he doesn't understand Kenge. Doesn't understand him. And whenever we say such kind of the things, because Kenge is always taking him that is the owner of everything. He can control everything. Now he has come out and say that he was being controlled. He was being told that to do this because he told me that, do you remember the video that we shot? I said, yes, we shot a video. Now what happened? Why didn't you post it? He told me that video, I was told not to post it. And I asked, whose channel is it going to be posted? Are you going to post to the people who are telling you not to post, or it's going to be posted onto your own post of your own videos? He said that, no. You know, man, I came here. I was living to somebody's home. So I cannot go cornering somebody. And, you know, I respect that person. I respect him. But now I had to respect, even if I am the older person, I had to respect him thoughts. Because he told me, I'm going to be promoting you. So I now knew that even Kenge was fearful. Whenever I could be getting to that platform, I could be shining like something else. I could be shining like something else. But even God has his own ways. Not only that we have to use such kind of a platform so as we can just alliterate and make sure that things got very big, but we always have it. God knows where we are going. And he told me, I asked this question. Who commented onto your post? And whose comment was there, and who pinned that kind of a post onto your own, or a comment onto your post that you ever put onto the program? He said that, you know, man, I was the one, man, and I was having the laptop during the night. Then I was now typing, and I just make sure that I'm scrolling the button over the pinning. Then I pinned it, man. But it was not Gake, man. And now, if he can just talk that way, and this kind of the people are talking that, oh, even the post that was being pinned onto the comment that was being pinned at the post of the Trench Town boy, it was pinned via Gake. He's the one who is controlling everything. So I was now asked, now, how do you want to drive? So he told me that he's supporting Gake to make sure that even the construction is undergoing, because he's constructing the mother's dream house there. Because even that kind of a boy, they have a little bit of a problem. The mother, she's the one who is always selling at the town there some 2-3 things there. And they don't have a specific home where they're just staying, they're just leasing, or they're just renting always. So if you can just build it, it's going to be very fantastic to the village. We need an adding up adjective, an adverb that is adding up. Not that something that a noun which is just demolishing. No, we don't such kind of the things. And now I asked another question. Now you have said that everything is under control. So how just test you from here? And I was typing now to get the error and the drill about what is ongoing between him and Passy. So it was roaming. So I asked him, what has been the position until you got out of the villa? He said, man, the pressure was too much. The pressure was too much. And I asked, which kind of the pressure were you having? I was being pressured from the YouTubers. You know, man, whenever I see a post that is so negative to me, I'm not feeling good, man. I say that, okay, that's the real point now. If you don't want them, can you do direct to the point? Then I asked and introduced another question. And what about your shipment? Did you allow Kenge to say that you're going to be disbursing it in 2025? Do you know that it has been disbursed already? He said, no man, no way, man. The only person I said that you're going to be picking some of the package there is, it was just not getting the real name, but is the fellow, the boy. Because he saw that the fellow, the boy, should take some of the clothes to the orphanage that they're always going to Sirare there. And he said that the only person who was being allowed. Now the other packaged, who now did you allow that to open the package? He said the person who was always having and eagerly to that package was the conduct. And he was saying that I'll keep them. Now look at what. And I said, do you know that they have already been disbursed? He said, no man. That's why I selected you, so as you can give these things out. Now I came to the real point. If we can come and say I was the only person who was being able to make sure that those things get to the villagers the way it's accommodative. And I asked him, do you remember you saying that you're going to be bringing a facility which is a private, no, a public one to the public lands and get a facility that people or the children are going to be coming there for tutor and coming there for playing zone and everything like that. He said, yeah man, I have that thought, but now I've changed my irritability because that kind of a family now I'm coming to recognize. If the package has been said, and Kenge told me, he said to me, Kenge told him that the package going to be coming out until it comes in 2025, which is June 2025, going to be coming back to the village. Now I asked, did you allow them to pick? And how did you act whenever you knew that they have picked? I don't have anything to say because I'm not in Kenya right now. So that's the real fact. Now Kenge family is using people's assets. It's using people's things or the shipments to make sure that they're now getting them out and say that, oh, this is the courtesy of Kenge, this is the courtesy of Demwangu, this is the courtesy of Lady Jane. So they don't have straight to the point. So the fact is going to be one. If they know that they want such kind of the fame, using people's property or using people's assets, they're going to be doing themselves. Because if you want something that you want to show people that, okay, I want even me to show out that I am so eligible of this. I want to show people that I am good in this. So people will get it and people should get it. And now I went to the hit point. I asked the Trench Town boy, what happened between you and Passy? Trench Town boy said, I have the notes, guys. I have the notes because I'm already recording the notes. The Trench Town boy said, you know, man, whenever I came to the party time. And before I came to the party, I saw Marwa filming a video with a boy and saying that he's going to be in the street and is not going to school. And I decided that I want to be making sure that that boy goes to school. And he showed me he was crying to that home and saying that the husband has died and now they're just having only a single mom. Now I can now gauge. If he's always talking that kind of the bullshit about people are just living in the street, is that person normal? A person talking about the same villagers and the same people are just living with him. They're now called street boys or street children. We can just sympathize with such kind of a person. How can we sympathize with such kind of a person? It's miscellaneous and it's uncontrollable. A person coming out to say such kind of the nonsense. And now the king, whenever he knows that he wants to make sure that the promotion comes, he goes and cries to that position. And whenever Passy say that I have got much of the donations here and I want to make sure that I'm driving myself, whenever whoever wants to support me has to support me direct to my M-Pesa, now Kenge turned and says that now you are becoming too much. Even you have opened some businesses here, they are not working and they will never work. That's how Kenge is always criticizing people. He's always talking about, now he sees that this thing now, it has overcooked from his hands. Now it has got to somebody's hand. He's always talking nonsense that, it will never happen. If that business, it will die. And it's not his money. that is controlling the people. It's not this money. Like now, I'm talking about I want to have a construction here. He was saying that I'm not God, but I'm telling you it will never work. So the same way is always speaking the nonsense, thinking that everybody is controllable with his own buttocks, that is always shaking his own things and stupid things in front, and thinking that all of the people are using the front gear to make sure that they're driving themselves. We are not interested with you. Everybody has his own mind and a strategy. I'm small. I don't have that kind of an age of talking about, oh, now, I have to go to somebody and say that, oh, this kind of this, it has happened this way. I have to go live to make sure that I'm just firing people. I'm not interested with that one. But the Trench Town boy has said it direct. He was being controlled. He was being told what to do at a specific moment. But he was eager to help in a larger way. But he was controlled. And he was told that you have to control your support. And that is the main point. And Kenge is coming outside here to tell people, you know what, guys? I'm always helping 10 or 20 students are going to school. Who are you helping? And whom are you always talking about you are helping? Yet the people are being helped. Not only your money, not that you have ever took your money to give somebody. No, it's only that you are just using some people's money to control people's property, to control people's lands, to control people's brains, and also to control people so as you can shoot them and get money. And you are coming here to tell us, some miscellaneous conditions. Oh, my cucumbers are so large and they're so hanging. Oh, I don't know what to say about this. Oh, I don't know. We are not interested with that one. The fact is one. What did the Trench Town boy say? And I asked the Trench Town boy, whenever you said about the Korean tribe, did you get any comment from Kenge talking about you have done something and good? He said, no, I got support. I got support from Kenge. I got support from this goon who is called who? There's a goon called Prince Odinga. They got some support saying, oh, yes, it's the fact that an 8. So he was being lured with some stupid information and being tormented and also being pumped in with the stupid minds talking about, you know what, it's an age of 8. These people are going to be circumcised, which is illiteracy. And it's unconditional. So we can just reveal it direct. Because if we don't focus ourselves and say that this is the thing that has been done this way, this is a spade, call it a spade that way. If it's called something else, call it something else. That's the fact. But the real concept is one. Whenever a person comes to the villa and is going to cause or is going to live at the villa, is being controlled, and they're coming out to complain themselves because you come and get yourself in a one position. Now it will just be so sarcastic. And I told you, look at what is happening to Uncle Jamaica right now. They did Uncle. Things are now changing rapidly because things are changing and it will be changing. And right now, things are changing literally. And we ever talked about it. His only mentality is to make sure that a visitor who is coming to Nyabuhanse is given the first good priority, the good first eyesight. And whenever now you are now nothing, you can offer him with nothing. Is just going to dump you like a cassette that were used in the tradition in the 19th century. He's gonna be dropping you where he can drop you like a poo in the toilet, my people. I'm telling you. He doesn't know how to make sure that this kind of the people, they have helped him. He always comes outside and say, oh, I'm supporting you, do whatever you want to do, but he can never provide you with anything. You see? Now, whenever the Trench Town boy I asked about the case of Passy, he said he was willing to make sure that he's always performing his own best. He took even the boys, and he asked me, do you remember whenever Gunmo and Kibe, they wanted to hit Passy at the villa? He's the one who said, no, don't make that one. Don't make it happen that way. Whatever you do, it's not going to make me not to support. But what has made you not to support then? Because Passy, I asked this. Passy, she has said that she doesn't want any support from you. What did you do which was not good for her? And she's saying that kind of the thing. What did you do? And he said, no, man, I've never done anything. The only place that we went, it was at the school. But I saw she was not good. She was not answering even our questions. So I asked, so do you mean that she was forced to go for the graduations of her own kids? She said, you know, she's always complaining there's no money. She's always complaining of 2, 3 things. So the real concept now, I got it. Huh? I asked, so did Kenge ask you that don't support that kind of a family? He said, I've ever got a call from Kenge. And when I got that call, we communicated and we went to Migori. Kenge went to Migori to purchase some bicycles. Guys, if you can just remember those bicycles, I was me, Uncle Jamaica, Githriba, Marwa, Rocio, and also Morgan Chronicles. We were 5 people. And we went to Migori to do some 2, 3 shoppings, and we came out with some, and he called Mr. Cecil live, and I was there in Migori town. He asked, hey, Mr. Cecil, I'm in Migori supermarket here. I'm seeing here some bicycles here, so good. How do you want us to purchase them? And Mr. Cecil said, no, look for the best one, for the chacha and also the big boy. So as the small boys, they can just have the small bike, and the bigger boys will have the bigger bike. Then we started selecting which kind of the bike could be so fantastic. Then we did what? We started checking at the market there, or talk about at the shelves of the supermarket. Then we got some 2 bicycles. Then we purchased, and whenever we were coming out, did Uncle said, I want to purchase some of the shoppings so as we can go back with them to the villa, because even me, I'm staying there, I have to contribute something and make sure that everything is good. So whenever Kenge and the Argentinian long nose, they were purchasing some nuts there. Now we were selecting some carrots, some 2, 3 things here, so as we can come back with them to the villa. And the uncle said, I have to contribute. And he said to Kenge, don't buy anything. Today it's me, I'm going to buy. And Kenge was, yeah, man, thank you very much. So everything is good. So that's my money. I keep my money so as I can go and buy some fruits. Then we came back. He told me, and Kenge was ever using me. And I'm telling you guys, Kenge, I was everything to Kenge. Because I was a driver. I took me and Morgan Chronicle and also the Didi Uncle to my bike that I was riding. And Kenge and Argentina Longnose and Githriba to another bike. So I was a biker. So whenever I reached there, I made sure that everything was so good. He asked me, how can we take these bicycles home? Trenchtown boy, Uncle Jamaica said, we can just take them to our shoulders, put them onto our shoulders, then we drive home speedy. Then I answered, no, it can never happen that way. Let me call somebody who is coming to make sure that is coming to take much of the things from this. And he told me, do you have a number of any person who can come with a vehicle and take the bicycle? I said, yes, I have. I called one person and said, no, I'm just in Sirari. I'm not in Migori. I called another person, told me, I'm in Migori. Where are you right now? I said, come to one of the Sparks. It was a Sparks what? It was a Sparks supermarket. Yeah. Then we went there. Then the guy came and we loaded it. Then he talked about just go drop them to the villa. Then it was the day I heard the voice of Mr. Cecil. And now he talked to me. Even I bought them some bicycles, man. You know, I love those people, man. But Passy, if she knows that things are not good, but I was not forcing anything. I said, but a person cannot lie if she needs some support. Why is she lying? The Trenchtown boy said, maybe she has her own things. But what I can just remember, it was Kibe, man. He was always talking about, you know, Kibe was the person who was brutally handling her. And Kibe was the one who was not good and envious about it. He was the person who was always talking about, no, you Passy, don't you have money? So they saw somebody that can just purchase for the food. They say that, Passy, don't you have even money to purchase for the food for the people? Because I don't have anything. I cannot talk about I have nothing. And I make sure that I'm just giving it to somebody that I don't have. How can you do it? So it was an impromptu, and people were just discussing it in unconditionally. Then I concluded talking about, so is it a fact that you said whenever you are coming from I don't know where you are coming from. I don't know if it's in you. I don't know where you are coming from. You said you're going to be landing to Kenya on date 14/11. And you asked Passy that you have to come and meet me in Nairobi for 4 days and make sure that you are not telling anyone who is just unto the village. Did it happen? He said, no, man. I told that guy that I'm coming to Kenya, but I never talked about that one. Now I knew that these people have formulated, they don't want to sell themselves, but the real fact is one. They've ever been using this kind of the people, and that's the real fact. So we have to say a spade a spade. And I don't have to talk about, okay, you told me not to roast you, but the things are going to be becoming more roasting. Because if you do something which is not good to the economy or good to the supportive development of us, it's going to be crooked. It's going to be unconditional. It's going to be oblivious. It's going to be pogrom. It's going to be imbroglio. So we are not going to intimidate such kind of the things. And we concluded and I say that, yeah, man, now I've got your points now. Okay, I've got your request that you're gonna not repeat talking about our tribe again. Okay, you just stay and everything gonna be very good. He said, yeah, man, but one day I'll do a live and make sure that I'm going to handle some miscellaneous challenges. And I was about to forget. He said that he's going to report our channels to the YouTube as the YouTubers of Nyaboanse. He answered me, you know, man, I was forced to do it, man. I was forced to do it. And I was told that I have to do it with my subscribers. And also, you know, Maro is always talking about how these people are acting. And I said, so you are being controlled with the king, so as you can just sue us. And the only thing I can just say is one. You want to report our channels because we said about you're going to be making a didism to Passy and wherever she's going to be. And he said, no, man, I can never do such kind of a thing, man. And I said, you also have a YouTube channel. We're going to be coming for it if you think that you can report. And the real fact is one. Whenever you report, they have to send me. They demonetize my video and I have to refile the return. Whenever I refile it so that they can be now checked with a human, they tell me that it was a very fantastic video. So sometimes you make it now, even YouTube to say that, okay, let us confirm it. So it's going to be very working. So don't be intimidated. Then I asked, whenever you are at the villa, you asked about where is Anastasia. He said to me, yeah, man, Anastasia, man. You know, whenever I came to the villa, man, I wanted to know where Anastasia is. And I asked, did you see? He said, the first 2 days I never saw Anastasia, man. I never saw her. I asked, when you came to the villa, were you introduced to the group of the people who were there? He said, yes. But I heard she's working in the kitchen, but I never saw her. Then I asked about where she is. I was not told. I was told she's always around, but she is not here. So I asked, did you know that Kibe was being called with Kenge to make sure that he's terminating much of the D+ that was forming to Anastasia? Do you have that copy? He said, no, man, I don't have any information about that thing, man. It will be the first time me hearing it from you, man. I said, now you are now being targeted. And everything that you are going to be doing, it was good. But now you are already sabotaged. And whenever you engage yourself with this kind of the people, the goon family, my friend, I'm telling you, it's unconditional. Now that's why now you messed. Because everything is coming to Gintu. And they were talking about, I was the one who was getting some information from Gake, from Hello Baby. Now they are thrown into an imbroglio. They're outside here seducing themselves and seducing their own selves here and making sure that they are just walking helter-skelter and scrambled easily. And people are talking about, oh, Gintu, I have much of the data. Even right now, I can tell you, water in the fish pond, it's full. Even it's passing to the brim. But for this rainy season, and whenever it will just come for only 1 week of sunlight, you will see worse of the wonders. And also, they don't know how to control anything. Because I was told that the fish pond, it has already broke its own brims. Water was flowing heterozygously. And they don't know how to even make sure that things gonna be fantastic there. Even I was told there's no fish is available. The only fish which are available are ornamental, and you cannot eat. They don't have any technique of branding them. They don't have any technique of making sure that this kind of the ornamental fish, they are formulated to a money. They don't know how to hatch the eggs. They don't know which kind of even if right now you can just go there and ask, you have ornamental fish, yes. Which specific species do you have? They'll tell you, we don't know the specific, but we can tell you the colors. That's the biggest point I can tell you. They have no idea. And even in terms of spawning time of those kind of the ornamental fish, they have no data about them. The second point, those ornamental fish which are there, if you ask them, which kind of the food are they eating? They will just tell you, we have the tilapia fish feed that we are ever feeding them. Wrong answer. The third one, at what time are you specifically being allowed to make sure that you can just give them food? They said that, I have people who are always making sure that everything I'm told exactly, and every time I get the information. So guys, that is the real information about what is happening unto the village. And right now, I said yesterday to one of the video that yesterday we were with Mogesi, but it's coming next, which is more one-on-one to make sure that you are getting the real concept and the power about what has happened and what is happening. And the real concept is one. Right now, there's no grass unto the villa. Right now, those kind of the horses are suffering unto the villa. They're thrown into an imbroglio already. So guys, keep it tuned, keep it locked, because much of the things gonna be coming to you live. And we are already mourning, guys. I've just told you we are mourning here at the village, and it's just some 200 meters from my home, and that's where the funeral now, it has started already. And even whenever you reach to this segment, if you are just willing to make sure that you can contribute to that family and make sure that everything gonna be very okay to that position, you can just say that thank you very much for you and supporting and making sure that everything is so fantastic, elaborately. And we can just say that let's the soul rest in peace wherever she is. And I've just lost one of my friends always, and she's the one who was making sure that she's receiving me very fantastic, and we were dancing whenever I was giving them some fabric. But the good thing, guys, is one that whenever I went to the hospital there, I gave her some of the fabrics, and also I gave her some of the fruits, and she took, but she was unconscious, and she was not feeling good much of the time. So the only thing that I can just say is one, that let's pray hard for the Lord to put her in internal peace and internal life. And we always say about the Father Almighty, Creator of heaven and earth. I believe in Jesus Christ, His Son, our Lord, was conceived of the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered and Apostles' Creed, was crucified today, third day rose into heaven, and sitting in the right hand of the Father. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, and the resurrection of the bodies. Amen. So whatever they are just put, let God put her soul rest in peace. So everything gonna be very, very fantastic coming out from this position. I'm gonna be saying that thank you for everyone who is just subscribing. If you have reached to this segment, subscribe, like, share, comment, so as we can just be vibing together always and make sure that everything is so fantastic. And here we are. Everything gonna be coming. Another video is coming from this one, and we're gonna be the roasting to make sure that I'm telling you what has happened to the village again. Not only the morning, but also we have the breaking news that we have today. So keep it tuned, keep it locked, and here we come. And everyone who is just being tuned, I talk about people from Asia continent, wherever you are, wave your hand. People from Europe continent, wave your hand. People from Africa, South Africa, and to the top Egypt, and also the Guineas there, and also Burkina Faso. Fantastic, wherever you are, keep it tuned. People from Madagascar, wherever you are, fantastic. People from North America, wherever you are, wave your hand. People from South America, and more specifically Colombia, and also talk about Argentina, wherever you are, keep it waving. And also we don't hesitate to say that for the people who have ever gone to Burj Khalifa, put our segment to this position. Keep it locked, keep it tuned. This is the end.